You want to take a guess at what I'm cooking today on the Kamado Joe? Well, good guess. It's going to be pizza day. I just got my pizza stone in yesterday. I checked it out. It looks great. It's exactly what I had expected. It even has the Kamado Joe logo on there, as I see a lot of people on Amazon asking about that. But I'll tell you about mine, how it came, and how it performed. So stick around for that. I've seen a lot of people say on the internet that they ordered the pizza stone and it came in broken. It arrived with cracks in it or just completely destroyed, or one-time use and it had hairline cracks and it broke. Well, I went ahead and ordered mine from Amazon, and since it is a Kamado Joe product, I expect Kamado Joe to stand behind their warranty. And also, Amazon gives you a 30-day return on the product if there's anything wrong with it or if you just don't like it at all. And since that's the best price I could find, and with Amazon Prime I got free shipping, I went ahead and got it there. It came nicely packaged. I mean, it could really take some abuse and still survive with all of this wrapping and padding that's on here. Look at that. Then here's the stone. Let me get rid of the packaging. And it does have the Kamado Joe logo on one side, plain on the other side. It's 15 inches in diameter. And the reason I like this size is because I do have a Kamado Joe Classic, and this is the one that's made just for the Classic. But it also fits into my oven in the house. And naturally, I'm going to use it for dual purpose. Cook stuff in the oven in the house when I'm not outside, then I'll have it for the Kamado Joe for various sorts of things. But today, I'm going to cook just a really simple, no complexity at all pizza, and I'll show you how I put that together. I'm starting off with a full basket of charcoal for my pizza cook. I may actually have a little more charcoal in there than I had wanted to put in, but when I filled up my bucket and brought it over, I just put it all in. We'll use it one way or the other. Well, let's get the fire started. Get all set up for the pizza cook. Using some starter cubes. I did a video on different starting methods, and I really like the tumbleweeds. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put you a link to it right up here. Check it out. I use a torch, the tumbleweeds, and the Kamado Joe starter cubes, and you can see the difference, and really the cost difference is what I was talking about there. I've got the accessory rack here and all the way up, the topmost position. I'll go ahead and get it centered. Make sure my vents are open. And I'm doing it now so all this can heat up as the fire gets started down there. Kamado Joe recommends you put some space between your heat deflectors and your pizza stone, and the one recommendation that they have is to get some aluminum foil and just ball it up where it's about a 1-inch thickness. Put that on your heat deflectors, then come back with your pizza stone on top, and that leaves about a 1-inch, maybe 1.5 inch spacing between the two. Now, I have seen some people use bolts or pieces of copper tubing and things like that, even some sockets in between here to make a space, and that's fine too, but I wouldn't use something that has lead in it, so be careful of what kind of bolts or nuts or whatever it is you're using. I wouldn't want to subject any hot lead to my food. We'll let that come up to temperature. I'm going to be looking for 400 degrees. So I'm going to leave that fully open, and we'll check back in a little bit. And the reason I'm looking at 400 degrees for this pizza bake is if you're using pre-made commercial pizza dough, a pizza crust that you might get, I would follow the instructions that came on the package. And the instructions for this particular dough says 400 degrees, but it also says to pre-bake it for 8 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in and one straight cook at 400 degrees. The ingredients, as I said, is very simple. I've got some from the dairy section of the supermarket, some pizza crust here, some pepperoni, sauce, onion, some fresh Anaheim peppers from the garden. I might put a slice or two of these Roma tomatoes on there, some mozzarella cheese, and bacon left over from breakfast this morning. So I'm really looking forward to that bacon. Well, a lesson that we learned real quick is when you take this Pillsbury dough out of the package, do not try to reshape it. I tried that, it just kept getting smaller and smaller, and you'll be able to tell when you see that it comes out to be like personal pan pizza size. So just leave it in the shape that it comes out, which is basically a rectangle. You can cut some of the corners off to make it look a little more roundish, but otherwise you're going to end up with what I considered a failure of a pizza when I did that. This one looks much, much better. Using the commercial pizza crust proved to be somewhat of a challenge. We made 2 pizzas, one of them we just couldn't get it right. I'm going to leave you some tips at the end of the video to tell you how not to make the same mistakes we did. We were 1 and 1. One good pizza, one kind of iffy. Make sure you catch those tips. We're going to put on pizza number 2 now, and if you can believe it, this started off as the same size dough as the first one you saw. The pizza's on, and I wanted to show you this neat little accessory rack that I've got here. It just clips right onto the bottom of your stand, and it will hold well, a lot of things. It'll hold a couple of the cooking grates that's in there now. And from this angle, you can see how it just rests right in there and gives you some extra storage. You could actually put at least 2 on your Classic. I'll put you a link down below so you can check these out. Taking a look at 12 to 13 minutes to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, coming along nicely. Probably another 10 minutes. Oh yeah, it's done. It is really done. Hot, hot, hot. There you go. So the tips on the pizza crust, if you're getting it from Pillsbury and out of the package, do not try to reshape the pizza. And definitely do not put any flour on that, because what that does is that dries it out, it increases the gluten, and it just would not stretch back out. We ended up with a pizza about this size right here. We'll call that a personal pan pizza. It looks like a failure. The taste was still fine, but that is the trick right there. Do not overwork or actually work that pizza crust at all you get out of the package. Go try that small pizza first and sample it. I'm going to say, and I think you'll agree, that when it comes to pizza, there's no such thing as a bad pizza. Some are better than others, but they're all delicious. Bon appetit. Thanks for watching.